Did you know Alexa has an Apex Fusion skill? Alexa, tell Apex Fusion to start water change.
Starting water change.
Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Joe. Welcome back to Salty Roots. Got a fun video for you today. The Predator tank is finally cycled, so we were able to get our first couple of fish for that tank. Definitely a couple of fish I wanted for a long time, so excited to bring you along and come check out what we got. So now what we're going to do is something I'm really excited about. I've wanted this fish for a really long time. It's a porcupine puffer. When I first got into the hobby, say 5 years ago or so, I didn't know that they potentially weren't safe in a reef tank. And so the fish that ultimately got me started, I couldn't have. And so anyway, now that I have multiple tanks, I am excited to be able to pick one of these up. After speaking with Jeremy and Martin Aquatics, we kind of tossed around the idea of trying them in the reef tank. They typically are going to be one of the puppers that potentially could work in a reef tank, and so I'm going to try him in this display just because his forever home over here, the 150, is not quite cycled yet. It's really close, but still picking up a little bit of nitrite, and so we're going to try him in this reef tank here for at least say a week or so. Hopefully by then this will definitely be cycled and we can get him into his forever home, the big 150 fish only system. But for now, we're going to drip acclimate him to the display. We'll see how he does in there. I don't think he's going to be overly difficult to catch. They're pretty slow movers. And so I'll get him out. He's temperature acclimating right now down in the sump. So I'm going to get him out, drip acclimate, get him into the display. It's really nice if you have a type of container that has measurements on it. That way it's really easy to tell when the water volume has doubled. It's also really nice to have one of these drip acclimation kits. I got this one from saltwateraquarium.com as a reward. Essentially, if you spend so much, you get to pick from free stuff. A lot of people don't know that about that website. It's pretty cool. And so it has a valve on there that you can just easily dial into the exact drip that you want. I typically do about a drip a second. And so we'll get him acclimated there and into the display, and I'll keep you up to date. I know, Jeremy, if you're watching, you really wanted to kind of see how he does in the reef tank, and so we'll see, and then eventually he will go into over here this 150 fish only system. Teach their own. I personally don't like using nets for any fish, just for the chance of them getting their fins caught in the nets, chasing them around. I mean, you still have to chase them around with your hand, but I found kind of just scooping them out with your hand tends to be the easiest and, in my opinion, least stressful. So we'll grab him and put him in his temporary home for now, at least. See him spitting water. There you go, bud. So I was thinking no puffers in the reef tank due to the fear of them potentially nipping at corals.
Nope, it's actually invertebrates, and I completely forgot about that. You can see my emerald crab here was his first victim. It was crazy seeing this seemingly docile puffer just floating around slowly, all of a sudden just lightning fast go after pretty much all of my cleanup crew and just demolished him. So he's now out of the reef tank, and he is from now on known as Pablo, after Pablo Escobar. Lesson learned. So after getting the puffer all set up in the new tank, I was picking up some frozen food at one of the local fish stores and happened to see this lionfish. I'd actually been on the lookout for a lionfish, been asking my local club and, friends around the area, and was having trouble finding one, and saw this little one, so had to have him. So today we are heading back over to Mark's house. Now Mark's the guy I picked up the max spec gyros from, gave me that really, really good deal. And he listed that he had some dry rock for sale. I saw it a couple weeks ago and then he changed it to just free. As with the max specs, he just seems to be a guy that likes helping people out, which, I really, really appreciate. All right, so we picked up the rock from Mark's house. Gonna get that home here. It is June 14th here in Fishers, Indiana, and it is sweltering out. It's classic Indiana where you skip right over spring. Jim Gaffigan, the comedian from Indiana, says spring, that's a nice day, and jump right into hell's doorstep. So anyway, driving the old truck. I've had this for about 15 going on 16 years now. It's a 2004 F-150. You're gonna drive it till the wheels fall off, but yeah, air conditioning's not too efficient here in the old truck, so just pushing out hot air. You can just swim in the air outside. So all right, we're back. I got the rock nicely packaged in this styrofoam box here. Man, it was a rough drive in that truck. I gotta get that AC fixed. I feel like Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, when Jim Carrey's in the Rhino, if you've seen that movie and that scene. So as much as I did not want to try live foods, I really don't know what else to do for the lionfish. I've tried all kinds of frozen food, mysis krill. I've tried whole raw shrimp cut up into pieces, silver sides cut up into pieces, pellets, you name it. He doesn't seem to want to eat anything. So I did read if you try some guppies or some ghost shrimp, live food, that it might get him to start eating, and then you can switch back over to the frozen foods. But again, not my ideal choice, but I'm also obviously not gonna let him just die. So we'll try these and see if at least get something in his belly. 6 ghost feeder shrimp, and see if he let's see him. So we were able to get him to at least eat something again. Didn't really want to do that, but at least he did eat, and now we can, you know, the goal would be to wean him off of live foods and potentially get him on some frozen or silver sides. I'm getting a lot of recommendations on those silver sides, so we'll try that. But all in all, I appreciate you watching another video. Please do make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure the bell notification is checked so you know when the next one comes out. We'll see you then.